A tragic night in the capital city where a person is dead after a crash between a motorcycle and a bus. The latest in a live report.
It's the start of the 2024 legislative session, and lawmakers are in a race against the clock to tackle their chosen issues in just a short 13-week stretch. Plus, we'll have more on the interruption the governor had while delivering a speech. And state police taking action after a pedestrian accident left a beloved pastor dead. Tonight, a Stamford police officer faces charges. What he faces and what comes next.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin tonight in the capital city where a person has died after crashing a dirt bike into a school bus. Thanks for joining us on the news at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. The crash happened just before 3 o'clock this afternoon, just on the northern part of the city.
Fox 61's Jake Garcia has been following the story all afternoon. He joins us now from Hartford Police Headquarters with the latest details on the investigation. Jake.
Well, Brent and Sarah, Hartford Police haven't yet to release the name of the person killed in today's crash at the intersection of Barber Street and Tower Avenue. But police say no kids were on that school bus at the time of the crash.
We get a good gist of what happened when the accident happened, but I don't have those details yet.
Hartford Police say just before 3 o'clock, a school bus was turning left from Barber Street to Tower Avenue at a green light when a person riding a dirt bike ran a red light and collided with the bus. The Hartford Fire Chief told Fox 61 when first responders arrived, they found the driver of the dirt bike under the bus, unconscious and not breathing. Firefighters quickly worked to get the driver out from under the bus, and paramedics began CPR. They were taken to a local hospital and later pronounced dead. Hartford Police say the dirt bike driver was alone and not riding with a group.
This wasn't what we normally see, like a pack of 20 or 30. This was, again, like I said, a lone operator.
Police remind people dirt bikes and all other all-terrain vehicles are illegal to drive on city streets unless they are registered.
In February, when people aren't looking for them, it's very dangerous, especially dirt bikes on city streets. Again, we don't know if this is a legally registered one or not. We'll get to that.
Residents who live in the area say there are issues with cars speeding and drivers ignoring traffic signs regularly.
You got kids getting off the school buses, and the people have to worry about whether their kids are safe. It doesn't matter what age the people that's driving are. They don't pay attention to stop signs.
Morgan pleads with drivers to be extra cautious, especially in a neighborhood with schools nearby.
Pay attention and stop. Kids are crossing the street. You know, you're putting yourself in danger and everybody else.
Now, police do have video of the crash from the school bus and nearby city surveillance cameras, which will be crucial in their investigation. Live in Hartford, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thank you, Jake. We're following more breaking news tonight out of the capital city. Police tell us a man is seriously injured being struck by a car on Laurel Street. Details are still limited, but we do know this happened just a few hours ago. Police tell us the victim is an adult man and his condition is critical. The driver stayed on the scene and is cooperating with police. We'll bring you more information as soon as we learn it.
A Stamford police officer has been arrested and charged in a pedestrian crash that left a beloved local pastor dead. The crash happened back in July. Officer Zachary Lockwood was going 20 miles over the speed limit when he struck Reverend Tommy Jackson. Lockwood was responding to an unrelated car accident at the time. State police have been investigating the crash ever since, and today announced that Lockwood is being charged with misconduct with a motor vehicle. He surrendered himself to state police. Stamford police say they are beginning an internal investigation.
A disturbing home invasion in Ansonia. Police say a 65-year-old man was stabbed by a pair of robbers trying to force their way into his home. This happened early yesterday morning on Woodlawn Avenue. The man told police the men knocked on his door, demanded to know where his money was, and then pointed a gun at him. One of those men then took out a knife and stabbed him before running off. They've not been found. The man said they were both around 30 to 40 years old. Police are welcoming any information that could help find them. Today marked the start of the 2024 legislative session, and lawmakers are back at the Capitol with a long list of priorities with only 3 months to get it all done.
Governor Ned Lamont was there to welcome in the new session, delivering his annual State of the State address despite a few interruptions. His priorities echoed what many lawmakers say they want to focus on in the next 13 weeks. They include housing, addressing climate change, workforce development, and education.
The lack of housing drives up costs for everybody else. Our teachers and paras need help, and our kids still need some catching up.
Now, his address came to a pause when pro-Palestinian demonstrators chanted and attempted to unfurl banners in the House chambers.
Whatever the justice of your cause, I think you do a disservice when you're rude and disrespectful in a room like this, disrespecting the people in this room and disrespecting the audience.
The protesters were escorted out of the Capitol. The governor finished his speech afterwards. Lawmakers we spoke to on both sides of the aisle said the governor addressed many issues they're also prioritizing, but some wanted to hear more about crime and juvenile justice.
All right, turning to the forecast now, and after one more sunny day, kind of in the middle of a stretch of nice, warm, sunny weather. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's not even that bad out there right now. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us. I mean, yeah, you have to wear a jacket, but relatively speaking, for early February, not bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to see temperatures continue to climb, too. A couple of degrees warmer tomorrow, and then warmer after that. And by Saturday, some of you might be in short-sleeve T-shirts and shorts with highs near 60 degrees. Right now, it's 31 degrees in the Hartford area. We're in the low 30s for Meriden and mid 30s right now in the New Haven area. Heading through the overnight hours, we'll see temperatures tumbling back into the 20s. There were a few clouds out there this afternoon for a little while, but those are clearing on out of here, and we are looking at blue skies pretty much from start to finish as we head through the day tomorrow. So a familiar sight to greet you as you head out the door, and that is more sunshine. By lunchtime, temperatures are up around 40 degrees, and we will see high temperatures tomorrow rise into the mid and even upper 40s as we head through the afternoon. And that sounds impressive, right? But the numbers don't stop there. We're going to talk about how long this warm stretch lasts. We'll time out some showers and talk about a pattern change next week that takes us from spring warmth to the potential for snow. Your full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. New here at 10. A pipe rack bursts into flames at a fuel tank farm in East Haven. These photos from East Haven Fire Department show the flames. Firefighters got the call around 12:50 today for a fire on Frontage Road. Crews say they found an area of piping that had possibly ruptured and the fuel caught fire. Took crews about 45 minutes to put it out.
And a tractor trailer went up in flames this afternoon at an industrial park in Rocky Hill. Fire crews say they got the call around 1:30 p.m. saying a truck caught on fire off Billamos Avenue. They were able to put it out within about 20 minutes of getting there, and thankfully no one was injured and no other cars had any fire damage. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection was on scene over concerns that water used to put out the fire was flowing into the nearby Connecticut River, but they found no environmental impact. Day 19 of the Michelle Troconis trial, and the ex-employee of Fotis Dulos once again took the stand.
This time he's being pressed by the defense. Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc has the latest out of Stamford.
Were you driving your Toyota Tacoma on the morning of May 24th, 2019?
No.
With Pavel Gumieni taking the stand a second time, the state showing surveillance videos to verify his testimony from Tuesday.
You don't remember? You didn't say this yesterday?
All while the defense spent the afternoon poking holes in it. The ex-employee of Fotis Dulos describing his first encounter with police after his boss's estranged wife, Jennifer Farber Dulos, went missing. Attorney John Schoenhorn pointing out at first, Gumieni didn't reveal everything to them.
You didn't tell him at that point that you were actually over at 585 Deercliff in Avon.
At that time, no.
You didn't tell him you'd been at a junkyard in Southington for a couple of hours, did you?
No.
At that time, Gumieni says he had the seats of his Toyota Tacoma in the company car he was driving. That Tacoma is the same one police believe Fotis used in the commission of the crime. Gumieni says the days after Fotis got the Tacoma detailed and pressed his employee to change the seats in his car or buy a new one. In court Wednesday, Schoenhorn pulling up these screenshots, allegedly showing Gumieni's search history weeks before Jennifer disappeared.
So even the day that the police were questioning you, you were still looking to replace your Tacoma, isn't that right?
Possible. I mean, if it's on my phone, I don't deny it.
And you had told Mr. Dulos that you were seeking to replace your Tacoma, weren't you? Didn't you, I mean?
I did.
And as for that comment Chaconas allegedly made about Jennifer after one of the Doulos' dogs needed to be put down.
And then she said, I'm going to kill that bee when she turns up.
Schoenhorn implying it was all a sick joke to cheer Fotis up.
I wouldn't call it a joke, but yeah.
Well, you're cheering somebody up with some humor, right?
Not that kind of humor, but yeah.
With Gumiani in the spotlight, his attorney speaking with reporters outside the courthouse.
I think the last 2 days, again, are sort of mixed because he hates the spotlight. He's a very private individual, but by the same token, we're here now, and this is the beginning of the end of the circus for him, so he can get back to his life.
Now, in redirect, the state pointing out that Gumiani had actually been searching for a new Toyota Tacoma for about a year prior to Jennifer going missing, and that Fotis was aware of that the entire time. Now, as for Gumiani's attorney, well, he says as far as he's concerned, his client was never a suspect in this case. We are in Stamford. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We have much